Hi everyone, today we'll be talking about the new token system. First of all, I actually do prefer this current token system, and if you want to know more detail about the token system, like how much we are getting, do watch Excalibur's video, which I shared on the link below. Right, he make a detail on how many token that we receive and comparing to the old system, what are the differences in terms of token that we get, and what are the choices now that we can do based on the new system. Because basically previously we get like books and guilds and pots out of the daily login bonus. However, now we get cactus token as well. So it does give us the flexibility or the choice to choose what we actually wanted. And that is actually pretty good, because if you look it into that sense, like for me, a veteran player, I do not need those book like ×2 item or ×2 EXP. I probably don't really need it anymore. So I would actually prefer this new system. But for new player, you might still want it, but I think that's okay because we get like 7 cactus token a day, and we can use 2 of it for 2 tickets, which is similar to the old system, right? And then 1 final token, we can use it to exchange probably item books. So overall, I do think that the system is better, but here I'm not talking about the system overall. I just want to talk about what would be considered worth or not to trade for, especially if we benchmark it to tickets, right? So every 3 cactus token is ticket, and for me, the most valuable thing here is actually the tickets. So I will go through this shop and why I actually think that way. So first of all, look into this burst token, right? A lot of people is complaining on Reddit that this is crazy expensive and it's not worth our time. So personally, I think, yeah, it is not worth it, because 1 token is 200 cactus. 1 BT token is 200 cactus token. And in order for us to get 50 of this, in order to guarantee a BT weapon trade, then we need, how many do we need? 2,000, 10,000 of this? Right, 10,000 of this. And if you compare it to tickets, we need about 3,333 tickets just to get 1 guaranteed BT weapon. And I pretty assure you that in 3,333 tickets, you will get a BT weapon. Or even if you don't, just imagine the amount of FR weapon and other things like 5-star weapon, which is equivalent to power stone, high power stone if it's FR. How much of that will you miss just to chase a BT, 50 BT tokens? So to me, really, this is not a good option here if we want to trade for. Okay, then the next here is high guard token. High guard token is about 160. You need 20 of this to exchange for an armor. So that's 20, about 320, and that's about 100 tickets. Okay, if you want to exchange for an ingot, because 10 of this equals to 5 nuggets, so 40 of this will give you a high power armor ingot, so a high armor ingot, and that will be about 200 tickets. So I guess in that case, because there's no other way for you to get this, but do note that as a veteran player, I already have all the high armor, and basically whatever I get from every event, I'll be trading it for nuggets. So if you are a new player, you don't really have to worry about it. Every event, they will give you enough to max the featured character for that event. So if you just follow the flow, then it should be fine. And so far, for most of the Shinryu, I don't think that I actually need blue armor in order to defeat it, because on the JP side, I'm a free-to-play players, and I do have a lot of character that doesn't have their armor maxed out, so I had no issue clearing the Shinryu. So yeah, so this is really in case, like if you really do need it. So I would advise maybe like don't spend on your cactus token right off the bat every single day. Just save it up to maybe about 300 plus. So in case if you really need to do the trade, then you can do so. But if not, then you can just check if you can win the Shinryu or not. So if you can win it, then you don't have to trade for it, right? Okay, so the next one here is the Force Stone Fragments, and you need 60 of this in order to max out a character. 60 of this. Oh, that's a shard. Wait, let me double check. I kind of forgot which one. Oh, not here. Alright, so it's a Force Enhance. And here we go. So yeah, so we need 60 of this. This is a shard, right? This symbol right here. So that is the one that we can trade for. We can't trade the triangle, the pyramid cube. Okay, where was I? No, what's going on? Okay, so you need 60 of this in order to max character, so that's about 800 tokens, and that will be equivalent to over 200 plus tickets. So to be fair, we get a lot of this from a lot of events. If you're a free-to-play player, the problem is this enhancement point, but not the Force Stone Fragment. So I don't see the reason why you need to trade for this, unless you are like a veteran player and you want to FE Force Enhance 30 every single character as soon as possible. Then you need this, but it's not necessary, right? How many characters that we are using? Like there are like maybe another 50 characters that I do not really use anymore, maybe as call, but not definitely not bringing them in the main party. So I probably do not need to max them out at all. Like previously I maxed out Y'shtola and I never used her at all, right? So just hold it off, right? You don't have to rush into this. For free player, yeah, you don't need that. So for enhancement point, yes, this is something really important, because out of all the resource, especially playing as a free-to-play player on the JP side, this is the only thing that I miss out, that I need, right? I kind of have a lot of every other things, but I do not have enough enhancement point. So 130 enhancement point for 10,000, and if you compare it to tickets, that is about 40 plus tickets, which is actually pretty, to me, is okay. If you really want to trade for the enhancement point, it is okay, because if you have a lot of tickets, you pull for a lot of weapon, you get a lot of FR, and you max them all out, but you do not have the enhancement point to max their, let's say, Echo Board, right? Their Force Enhancement level, then you will still feel that those characters are pretty lacking in a certain extent, So if you really need to do so, then yes. But do note that in JP side, I actually get 2,000 of this every day from their shop. Okay, they have a cactus shop as well, but it's not like ours where it's permanent like this. It kind of change every event, so I do not know like the next event will we get this 2,000 or not. But since anniversary till now, I've been getting 2,000 points a day, and that is really good, because I was able to max out a lot of character with this. So in that sense, every day 2,000. So if you look into the current system, 10,000 for 2 weeks, about 2 weeks. So a week you get 5,000 of this, so a day you get roughly about 700 plus enhancement points. So if you compare to JP side, I actually get 2,000, so that like triple the amount that we get a day from this current system. So I'm not sure if they will adjust this several months down, because in JP obviously we just get that recently, like maybe 2 or 3 months ago. So definitely in GL we haven't reached that point, But I'm not sure if they will change it, because if we wait it out, then we get a lot of token. It will be worth more during that time to actually trade for it if they would to increase this. So it seems that it is unlikely that they will change it. Yeah, so I guess it really depends if you really need it or not. But anyway, even if I do sound like, hey, JP seems to get more, but do remember that in GL we have a lot of exclusive events. So every time we have an exclusive event, we do get extra enhancement point, we do get extra tickets, we do get extra everything. So overall we are actually getting more than JP, so there is no point to actually do a direct comparison on if we are actually better than JP or not. But anyway, you know, in order to get enhancement point, if you would just to fork out a little bit just to get the normal mod pass, not a premium mod pass, you will get a ton of enhancement point, and is usually enough for you to get by the month to up most of the characters that will be featured. So maybe, yeah, I'm not like direct selling Square Enix mod pass, but yeah, if you really want to use your token for other stuff, then you can just get the normal mod pass and you don't have to trade for enhancement point. EX token, 80 token, 10 for a guaranteed EX, and that's like 800, 200 plus ticket. I would say at this point, if you would to invest 200 over ticket on a specific banner, you should get the EX. It's not guaranteed, but very likely, maybe out of like 10 to 20 banners that I pulled, I did not get a certain EX that I want. So overall, I wouldn't change for EX power token. Power stone, okay, 30 cactus token for 2 power stone, and that's equivalent to 10 tickets. So in this perspective, this is actually seems okay, because 2 power stone, every time we use a 10 ticket pool, how many 5-star weapon do we get? Sometimes none, sometimes 1, sometimes 2, sometimes a lot. But the problem here is that we get a chance to get a FR weapon and a BT weapon if we use tickets. So yeah, I wouldn't go for Power Stone. I would really look for FR weapon. I would go for a chance to get a FR weapon than trading for a Power Stone and not get that chance. Okay, so Power Stone, Power Token. So in the old system, we get this every 8 days, we get 3 of this. So that is gone. So now we have to make a decision whether do we need Power Token or not. So 15 for 5, 30 for 10, and that is equivalent to a 15 CP weapon, right? That's equivalent to a 15 CP weapon, and I think that's pretty okay, because 10 tickets for a guaranteed 15 CP weapon token, that's actually not too bad. If you want to know my pull rate for Ruby Kante, I did not use gem on that banner, obviously all the free pulls that I get, and then I threw about 250 tickets at it. I did not get a single 15 CP weapon. Okay, I got 3 BT, I got 2 Yuna FR, 1 Ruby Kante's FR, and the final weapon that I get was the LD, but I did not get any single 15 CP weapon. So yeah, so if I would to trade, right, where is it? Sort by, right, if I would to trade for this 10, it's actually okay. I would actually do so. So for 35 CP is how many tickets is that? 20, 25 tickets. So 25 tickets for a 35 CP. Yeah, I think it's, yeah, 25 tickets maybe not, but 10 tickets yes. I would gladly trade for a 15 CP weapon. So right, so do keep enough. I would say you don't have to like directly trade it, but do keep enough so that in case you need it, then you can trade for it and exchange for a weapon. But don't do it every day, like every time you have 15 cactus token, then you just exchange for the power token. That probably is not the right way because it's not common that I do not get a 15 CP at all for my pulls, right? For gut token, definitely not. I'm not sure why that this have the same price. It should not be because we get more guard token generally, so this should be lower. Yeah, so since we are getting more of this, so I do not recommend for anyone to trade for it. But again, do keep enough in case like you just need that extra 5 in order to trade for one more armor to max it out. Okay, Bloom token, no, we have a lot of this. I already have like 207 and we only have 166 characters, so I already have double of what we should be getting. So just wait it out. Some characters don't even need to use their AA to cap on damage. Like if you are using Anna Crow, then yes, you must have the Bloom token. But most of the time, other characters, I haven't really been using their AA and yeah, just fine. Unless you are trolling like Grey, right? Where you have to bash AA during someone's FR or you have to bash AA just to waste time, then yeah, trade for it. Same goes for Bloom Fragment. Look at this, 9999, and I have like a million more in the stash, right? I can't collect it anymore because it's 9999. I hope that it really just increase it because that number kind of, yeah, it's OCD, right? So next is the Ruined Adamantine nuggets. So we need 20 of this. So 10 of this will be 60, 20 of this will be 120, and that's about 40 tickets. And there's no other way for you to get in these ingots, right? Except from the cactus, no, the Chocobo mission panel. So you get that, and then every time you break a weapon and during event. So if you're out of this, then there's really no other way for you to get it. So I would say this is okay to trade because about 40 tickets, 1 nuggets. To max you need 3, and that's 120 tickets. So again, right, if you, same concept as the, where is it? I can't remember which I was talking about. Anyway, same concept at the enhancement point, yes. If you pull a lot of weapon and you can't max them out, it doesn't really make much sense. So do keep enough for the nuggets in case you really do need it. For the refuge, right, this one, nah, you don't need to. We get a lot of this. I have so much, right? This is 5, but because this is nugget, but I have been exchanging so much, like I have probably 200 over armor ingots. So nah, do not trade for this. And for power stone, right, EX power stone and EX guard stone, do not trade for this. We can easily get the 1 tier lower orbs from co-op, and you can easily get a lot of it just by doing some co-ops. So yeah, look at this. I never even spent this before because I only spend the lower level, and I always get enough from the co-op. I just have to do extra another 2 to 3 co-op and I'm done, so no point. Tickets, yes, to me, out of the entire thing in this shop, ticket is the best. I would definitely just keep trading for tickets. Then we have SP pots, probably not really required as well. We do get them from co-op shops, so that should be enough. But if you do one, it's just 2 cactus tokens, so I guess. Chocobo tail, don't pull for this. We have the Chocobo, the cycle, right? The cactus cycle quest, and you can easily just level up your character by just doing that. Okay, so you don't really need a Chocobo tail feather. Just spend a little bit more time grinding the cycle quest, and you'll be done. Same as well for this book of training. If I'm not mistaken, this is the one with EX. Since if you can level up your character from the cycle quest, just spend a bit more time. You don't need to trade for this EXP book, unless you are really doing a lot of summon grinding to the initial one where you need to get all the summon board unlocked, right? So, but if you casually do it, it's still fine, so you don't have to explicitly spend on this EXP book because any other grind right now doesn't utilize this EXP book. Okay, making them pretty much useless, which is why I have over 300 unused. Then we have Gil. Again, we can just spend a bit more time to get it from the cycle quest, so we don't need a Gil book. And this leaves us to the item book, which is the last in the shop. The item book, yes, this is very important in a way, because if you are doing like skip tickets and you activate a ×2 book, then all the 5 skip tickets that you use will be ×2, so that's equivalent to 10 co-op runs. And yeah, and we kind of need this, because if you want to avoid gray, by all means, then we need to use skip tickets. Else, yeah, you can always do co-op, and still this is ×2 reward, and it's pretty important. But now just look at it this way. Every day we are getting 7, right? 7 tokens you can trade for 2 tickets and 1 book. Okay, so if you compare it to the old system, we kind of get more in a sense, because if we skip all of the other, you know, useless rewards, like all these pots and guilds and other trading books, and just convert it into one that truly matters to us, then we actually get more. So this is the reason why I actually prefer this current cactus event. And during an event where they give us extra cactus tokens, then we have more option to choose, right? So that is always better, giving us the flexibility to decide what we want to do. It is always a better choice. So yeah, so I do prefer this current system better than the old one. So I hope that this video does help you in deciding on what you want to pull. Generally for me, I'll be pulling only on draw tickets. I won't even go for a book of treasure, because I will just save this up and only use it on draw tickets when I need to. I'm not even gonna trade it like now. Okay, so that will be my strategy with this cactus token. I hope that you have decided what you want to do with it. So thank you very much, and we'll be getting Kurasame's event today, and in JP there will be locks, so that's a lot for me to cover. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. Do subscribe to my channel. I mostly do evaluation and then a lot of runs, basically for my infographic. So if you are a new player and you need more guidance, then yeah, please do subscribe. Thank you very much and have a good day.